As you know, I am an English teacher. And as an English teacher, I've had to deal with a lot of the difficulties that online teachers face. Scheduling and figuring out the video call thing, it's a big mess out there. But there is an awesome platform that solves all of these problems and more. It's called Workee, and it is amazing. I'm going to talk through it. Now, there are a couple of different options for someone like an English teacher. You might go on a platform that can help you find students. But then they're taking a big chunk of the amount that students may pay, and they have a lot of rules you have to follow, and you can't really run it as your own business, right? Or maybe you're out there doing it on your own, but yes, what about call scheduling? What about charging the students, invoicing? What about setting up the video call? All of that stuff is a big, or can be a big pain. And the crazy thing I found is that Workee solves basically all of them. You get essentially your own website, and it looks really good. It's not one of those clunky websites that looks kind of awkward and you have to spend 3 weeks setting it up. It's very elegant. It's very straightforward. It's very clean yet customizable, right? You can set it up as you want it, but it's really easy to do. And you get scheduling, which is crazy. The scheduling part alone is such a pain. When are you available? And how about this time? And how long it is? It's effortless. And again, I'm gonna go through it. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. This is an actual video behind me of me doing my setup. I'm going through the process, right? I actually recorded my screen doing the setup process. It's extremely fast, right? So you set up your time slots, and you can then collect payments from students. Another big pain point for a lot of teachers. It can be awkward to ask, and then there's currency stuff, and it has been a big problem. Now, one of the things I like about Workee is that they're really focused on making things painless, extremely convenient, even with the details like social login. To be able to log in with your Google account, that's awesome. That's super easy. So you go through the setup process. For example, you choose which type of thing you're going to teach. Maybe you teach music, or maybe you teach math, or like me, maybe you teach English. And oh, by the way, I'm going to be opening up my Workee page. This is an announcement. So if you're interested in taking classes with me, you are welcome to do so on my Workee page. That will be the only way for you to do that if you want to take classes with me. So I'll be sharing that at the end. Now, if you don't know about Stripe, Stripe is kind of the industry standard for taking payments, right? And the thing about Stripe is that it has to be usually integrated, but some services don't have a Stripe integration, which is annoying because Stripe is great. That's what I love about Workee. They have a Stripe integration, and it's extremely easy to set up. You go through one setup process. It's very quick. It takes a minute, maybe 2 minutes, and then you're done. You just click Connect Stripe. You put in a few details that I'm not going to share on screen, if that's okay, and then you're set up. And then you go to the website setup itself. Now, Stripe is great, but what about PayPal? You may want to have both options available. That makes your classes more accessible to more people. PayPal is more convenient for a lot of people for paying for stuff online. And Workee is going to be rolling that out very soon. It may even be available when this video is published, but very soon it will be both Stripe and PayPal, which is great because then potential students feel, oh, I can pay any way that's convenient for me. The other very important thing to note about payments that is pretty groundbreaking with Workee, amazing, is that they do not take transaction fees. 0% transaction fees forever. That means they're not taking a cut from anything that your students pay you. And if you're a student, you know that everything you pay to your teacher, you're getting value from your teacher. It's going 100% to the teacher, which is amazing. So once you've got Stripe set up, that's out of the way. That's usually the most painful part, but that's super easy, effortless on Workee. Then you go to your website setup, right? So go through this process, you get a checklist of things that you need to do. And it's not a lot. It's pretty easy to do all of these things. Again, it just takes a couple of minutes. You need your landing page. You have to set up your calendar, your availability, right? And then you can start actually accepting students. Now, one of the problems with a lot of no-code websites is that they're no code, but it still takes 3 weeks to set up. It takes forever visually to make everything work. That is not the case with Workee. It is buttery smooth. You put in a few details, you connect a few things, you upload a few pictures, and then you get a really nice, clean, very well organized page that's easy for your students to kind of understand and then see how they can sign up for a class. And that is really hard to find. That is very rare because, as I said, a lot of the visual editors, not easy to use. This, you can see I'm setting up my social links. Basically, I'm just putting in a few links. My email, I'm putting in my YouTube channel, I'm putting in my Facebook account so that people can find me very easily, and setting up my bio, uploading a picture of myself. It's super, super easy. Now, as you're setting up the profile, students want to know what your focus is. If you just say, I teach music, that's too broad. What do you teach? Saxophone, piano? So you set up the skills specifically that you can teach. Maybe writing skills, professional English, speaking fluency, specific exams, right? In my case, if you teach music, maybe that's jazz, piano, whatever your focus is. Students like to see that. So I think it's really smart that they added that as a sort of built-in feature when you're setting up your landing page. But that just takes a minute. And you can see that it's already set up. It's taken, what, 2 minutes? And there's a picture of me from 10 years ago. Oh, my God. Ugh. That is, yeah, that is a different person. That is a different face. I mean, I like it, but it reminds me of what I look like now. Yikes. Then you set up your calendar, and you can see it's super easy as well. You can select the days that you're available, the days that you're not available, add times. It's very straightforward. And then you can choose, for example, if you want to do 30-minute sessions or 1-hour sessions, you can choose the session time. And that back and forth with students is another huge pain point that Workee completely solves. So we've got the time availability, we've got the landing page, we've got the payments. Great, awesome. Everything is pretty much ready to go. I can set my availability. But what about the video part? Oh yeah, I have to go over to some other video platform and share links. No, it is built right in the browser. You can see all I have to do is click allow there, and immediately I'm there. I'm in the meeting. I can copy the invite link. I can share that with the student. I can pick the camera I want to use and the microphone I want to use, and then boom, there I am. And it's really straightforward. And I checked also the quality, because sometimes, you never know the voice quality. The audio quality is really good, and I like how intuitive the settings are. Everything is really, really intuitive. Oh, and there is another cool thing. You can have notes underneath, right? And students can then see the notes so that you don't have to have a chat going on somewhere else. Instead of having everything everywhere, a chat over there and a video over there, and everything's a big mess, everything is in one place. The calendar, the payments, the video, the notes, everything in one place. And that is amazing. So the built-in video calling feature is great, but what if you want to use other things? What if you want to use Zoom, What if you want to use Google Meet? Well, the nice thing is that Workee has integrations for those and other applications. If you want to use Google Calendars, Google Meet, Zoom, they have a lot of integrations and they're continually working on bringing more out. So there's great support for the stuff that you're already using. And I'm really excited to see what features Workee rolls out in the future. I know that they are doing group calls that you can set up. That's on the premium plan, and also you can get your own custom URL. And there's a lot of stuff that they're continuing to roll out, which I think is really exciting to see, because some of these platforms are very static. Okay, we made the thing and now it's done. And they're constantly adding new stuff, which is awesome. So that is Workee. If you teach anything and you want to make your life easier, you should be using Workee. So check them out. It's Workee, WORKEE.net. You can also click on the link in the description. And also, if you're interested in taking classes with me, this is the only way to do it. So feel free to book a class with me on my Workee page. And again, check out Workee. I'm really excited to be working with them because I really believe that it's the best solution out there. I think it's super cool and it solves so many issues that have plagued online teachers for so many years. And finally, there is a really good, elegant solution that integrates everything. Good job, Workee. Check them out, and I will see you guys in the next one.